Yo, what is good, everybody? It's me, Down Weave here, with a heavy note on our hearts as it's time to finish up the myth, the legend itself. What if Naruto was a demigod? But, anyway, let's just get right into the recap and get into the episode. If you guys remember last time, Naruto and Blaze would go off to train so that Naruto could unlock his immortal unlock for his divine weapon, the Scythe of Kronos, of course, and then we could see the battle as we now know that all of the pains, the 6 paths of pain, as well as Nagato himself, have taken the 7 deadly sins after Sasuke had been severed from them by Itachi Uchiha before he died. Now everybody, let's get into the finale. For the next several parts, I'll be posting all in one day for What If Naruto Was a Demigod. Enjoy. We see immediately, suddenly, Blaze Realis, covered in a cloak of flame, comes flying out of nowhere and slams his hammer towards Naruto. Suddenly, Naruto jumps out of the way as he activates his Dragon Sage mode and punches Blaze's hammer out of the air, causing him to go flying back. Blaze quickly creates a flamethrower and bursts it at Naruto, trying to singe him. Naruto dives out of the way of Blaze's flamethrower, and as he does so, bringing his right arm across with him in a sweeping motion, he pulls the northern winds down and blows the flames out. Blaze begins to warm his body up even more, as the sand around them is beginning to turn to glass shards. Naruto's scales that he's using now are actually used to the heat due to his training back at the mountain where all the dragons had lived. Naruto then tells Blaze he's ready for anything as he holds his arms up, covered with scales now. Blaze breathes his own flame breath towards Naruto as fire engulfs him. Naruto deals with the heat and can't breathe at all. All he can feel is the heat entering his lungs as he feels pain as well as suffering from the amount of heat that Blaze is giving off. He deals with it though as Naruto pushes through and grits his teeth. After the Blaze runs out of air and stops, Naruto pulls himself back as to reveal that he's fine. Naruto takes in a deep breath and then says that it's his turn. He then rushes forward as he pulls out his scythe and slashes at Blaze, now knowing that he can unlock his weapon. Naruto uses his weapon's special ability, the ability to slow down time for at least 3 seconds. That's how far Naruto's been able to push it so far. Naruto slows down time in the space around himself and Blaze, where Blaze's perspectives as well as his instincts and all of his reaction times have now been slowed down. Naruto is about to bring down the scythe on Blaze, and just as the tip of the actual blade is about to pierce into Blaze's skin on his face, Naruto stops himself and holds it there, saying that he won today. Blaze then waits until the 3 seconds had passed and the time warp zone deactivates. Naruto breathes a sigh of relief as he tells Blaze that was intense today, and that his flames have gotten way hotter. He says it's way easier to train with someone else than it is to train all by yourself for that long to get stronger. Now that Naruto can actually use his unlock of his weapon, Naruto and Blaze decide they should head back to the Leaf Village. This is around the time that the pain would begin to attack the village. Suddenly, 6 figures would enter into the village, as Lady Tsunade, as well as the rest of the ninja, would feel as the border patrol had sensed them they're entering. Their chakra levels were skyrocketing, way higher than they were in the original, as the 7 deadly sins power was powering up each of their Rinnegan to even greater heights, now powered by divine chakra. Naruto and Blaze would be making it running back as they suddenly see a signal bird from Tsunade. The village is under attack. Naruto thinks as he and Blaze need to hurry. Naruto uses Cloud Release and they both hop on as they begin to fly towards the village. Naruto would see the pains attacking the village, and suddenly, just as he's about to get there, he then sees the final pain. The pain uses Shinra Tensei and destroys the entire village right before Naruto's eyes. Naruto is horrified as Blaze standing next to him also is in shock as they see what just happened to the Leaf Village. Naruto tightens his grip around his scythe, now glowing at much brighter bronze as well as having silver bits incremented in it, almost like stars. Naruto jumps off the cloud release and deactivates it as him and Blaze go flying down towards the bottom. This is when he hears Sakura cry out, "Naruto!" Naruto would then know that it's his time to shine, and that has to be done, and he's going to defeat the Akatsuki. Naruto comes rushing in as he instantly decapitates one of the pains. As soon as he does this, however, he feels an immense pain across his body, as some of the physical damage was averted to him. Naruto begins to feel cuts across his body, around his neck especially. Naruto would fall over as he then pushes himself up and jumps out of the way, as another pain uses the Tensho pain, decides to use Almighty Push on him. As Naruto activates his Sage Mode energy, he can sense that the power that they're resonating is similar to Sasuke? He then yells at them and asks where they had seen Sasuke, and what did they do to him. The pains would then have no idea what he's talking about, and tell Naruto the only truth there is pain, suffering, and he'll become a god to save this world. Naruto would tell him he's wrong. Someone like him could never be a god. Naruto would then pull the scythe back, as he tells Pain that it doesn't matter how many of them there are, because they're going to go down. Naruto would begin rushing towards one of the Pains, when suddenly he slices at him using an airstrike, as he tries to slice the Pain in half directly using some Sage energy as well. The attack rebounds, as if though suddenly the Sin power that Sasuke had used the last time they fought was now coming from within this body. Naruto realizes this immediately as the blade of wind he had shot now comes flying back towards him. Naruto pulls his scythe out and slices through the wind blade, cutting it in half. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Naruto then suddenly sees the one Pain who could absorb chakra and jutsu. He was the one to be able to absorb chakra now, who gained that Sin ability. He rushes towards Naruto and tries to grab onto him, trying to drain his divine chakra. As he does this, Naruto is forced to activate his divine weapons ability as he slows on time and dives out of the way. This is when the Rinnegan actually tracks him through this ability. Naruto is shocked that it has such a powerful ability in the Rinnegan, as well as that there's no way that those eyes could use such power. Naruto would have to go all out. He would then say into the distance, "Blaze, I'm going all out. Stay back." This is when Blaze Realis, now sitting on the distance, hears him and begins to help grab the wounded, as he begins to pull them out and cover them with his flames to protect them from Naruto's attacks. Naruto will begin to charge up chakra as he breaks through his limiters. Mortal chakra, divine chakra, burst and mix. Naruto would begin shaking as he feels an intense pain across his body. Suddenly, lightning energy begins to charge across him as he creates the lightning armor across his entire body, and his eyes begin to glow. Naruto summons it. Finally, after all this time of training and power, he's finally regained it, the power of the rajingan. Naruto's rajingan is now at full strength, and now he has achieved the lightning tomoe inside of his eyes. With this now upgraded power, suddenly one of the 6 paths of pain is suddenly disintegrated almost instantly. Immediately, Naruto looks to the next one, as the pain that he had currently just blasted into bits begins to slowly reform as one of them summons the Demon King of Hell. Naruto says, "I don't think that's going to happen this time," as he slashes forward with a scythe, cutting 2 of them in half. Naruto feels pain across his body, however, he easily breaks through this pain and moves past it, as he now then deactivates a few of the others. Naruto creates 3 lightning cloaks which all take on the paths of pain, as Naruto walks towards the Tensho Pain, the main one, and says that he's going to take him out and save Konoha for real. This is when the voice begins to change inside of Pain, as he now hears Nagato's tortured soul. Nagato would break through the power of the 7 deadly sins and tell Naruto to kill him. Kill him! Do it, please! There was no way that he could actually survive this, as Konan, who had no idea what was going on, sees Nagato's freaking out as his body's beginning to shatter and break from the chakra drain on it. Naruto would say that he'd be a pleasure to, and that it doesn't matter who he is or what he's done, but he's going to die here. Naruto would then pull out his right hand as he begins to charge divine energy into it. He creates the Ion Sphere and slams it into Pain. Pain, now taken over by the Sin of Wrath, is now completely overpowering the Ion Sphere. Using the Almighty Push, Naruto somehow is able to deflect this, using the Ion Sphere's gravitational properties. With the Ion Sphere's heavy gravitational pull smashing against the Rinnegan's Almighty Push, suddenly a small speck begins to form, and it grows bigger, as a black hole begins to get formed from the compression of all this chakra into a small, tiny space. The black hole begins to become more pressure and powerful, as Naruto tells him that he has to give up now or they're both going to die. Naruto would then take his left hand and begin to activate lightning into it, as he creates a lightning blade out of it. He then slashes through the black hole, cutting across it as the arc of electricity slices into the next pane. The pane's shoulder would then fall, as he then leaps forward, trying to grab Naruto. The black hole now dissipating as it fades out of existence from no food to feed on anymore. Naruto would be fighting in a struggle against pain, as he and him were now in a lock. His two shadow clones had taken down the others, and now it was a one-on-one, as Naruto had now fallen out of his lightning armored mode, and was merely using the rajingan as well as his scythe to defend himself. Naruto would then feel a piercing sensation, as now that the other sins had been all condensed into one body, that single pain had become far more powerful. Naruto would lurch in pain as he screams, feeling the chakra drain begin to rip against his chakra control, and begin to reseal his divine and mortal chakra. Naruto would fall to the ground as the pain implants more chakra rods into him, and begins talking about how he's going to take over the world, and take all of the bijou, the tailed beasts, so that way he can seal them away, the tools of the Otsutsuki, the minions of the gods. This is, however, unknown to Naruto, part of Zetsu's plan, as Zetsu had actually created the 7 deadly sins long ago, using a certain 2 characters known as Ashura and Indra. Naruto would not be thinking of any of this, though, as he can just feel red pain inside of himself, as the Kyuubi is also in rage as it's being stabbed through by chakra rods. This is when suddenly we see Hinata. Hinata would rush out as she can't bear to watch this anymore, as Naruto tries to take on the whole village's burden for himself and to save all of them. Hinata would tell Naruto that she loves him, and that this time she would be the one protecting him. Hinata would step forward as she activates her Byakugan and goes head-to-head against this Pain. Pain is demolishing Hinata, even more than in the original, as now he has the power of divine chakra at his disposal, as well as several other abilities that he can use. Hinata would be thrown into the air, as she goes flying upwards and smashes into the ground, battered and broken. As Naruto sees this, he then sees as Pain begins to walk over with a chakra rod, prepared to stab her through the heart, and die. Naruto blanks out, as a power that he hadn't had or ever been tapped into except for when he had been battling against the god Hades awakens. Naruto would roar, as suddenly the Kyuubi form begins to be unleashed, as the red cloak of blood mixed along with the Kyuubi's chakra overpowers Naruto's body, as his consciousness is completely overfilled by rage. Suddenly thunderstorms begin to flow throughout the sky, as the clouds begin to turn even darker. Lightning begins to strike all around Naruto, as his body begins to glow blue and red, the Kyuubi's rage taking over Naruto without his consent or will. Naruto roars, as the Pain then asks, does he hate him? And that the Pain in this world will always feel more hatred. And forever and ever, forever. Naruto would then charge forward as he jumps on top of Pain, pushing him through mountains and rolling down valleys. Blazerealis would currently then run down to try and grab Hinata and pull her back up to safety as he saves the rest of the people and pulls them out of the village. Blaze would escort everyone in the Leaf Village who had survived and pull them out as he pulls them away from the village to try and save them from the attacks, knowing that Naruto, his power now, is able to destroy mountains. Naruto, who's in complete rage, has no control over his power, as his rage is actually awakening some of the gods. This power is unleashed as suddenly we see Minato, or I should say Zeus. Zeus would see what's going on and immediately remember what had happened those years ago when he had fought that masked man, the person with those cursed eyes. He would unlock the seal inside of Naruto, which he had stored some of his chakra in, to try and stop Naruto from going full 9 tails. If Naruto had done that, then his power would be even too much for him and as well as the other 12 to handle. Naruto would be completely enraged, as he was now trapped in the Shinra Tensei and in the planetary devastation attack. Now that he's being sealed, this is when suddenly he sees the 4th Hokage. Naruto would see Minato, and he would know who he is and ask what the 4th Hokage was doing there. Minato would explain to him that he's his father, and Naruto would begin to cry as he gives him a hug. Minato would then tell him that it's time that he steps up to use his power, and that Naruto has to protect the Leaf Village because he's gone. Naruto would ask about his strange abilities and why his chakra is different than everyone else, and Minato would explain to him that he wasn't exactly human. Naruto wouldn't have time to ponder on this, though, as he would then quickly be summoned back to the real world, his body now falling out of the state. He only has one rajingan active, as he then quickly uses it and at full power completely destroys the last pain, as the pain is completely incinerated through his lightning attack. Lightning Shadow Clone Barrage! Naruto creates 5,000 lightning clones as these lightning clones rush towards the pain surrounding him and exploding in a humongous storm of lightning. Naruto would use the chakra rods inside of its body and use Sage Mode to try and track it back to Nagato. As Naruto would then rush back to Nagato, he would hurry as his Rasengan was about to go out. As Naruto hurries and runs even faster, he suddenly sees the same place in the tree that he had sensed before. As Naruto enters, he would see Konan and Nagato. Nagato is in even worse shape as his hair is beginning to wither and turn gray. Naruto would then snap him out of it as he pushes some of his divine chakra into Nagato and asks him why he was doing this and what he was doing to the Leaf Village and why does he want the tailed beasts. Nagato would explain everything about his relationship with Jiraiya, as well as what had happened to him over the past few years. He said that if there was no way for them to attack each other, then the villages would have peace, and that would mean that the world would finally not feel pain, at least while he was alive. Naruto would say that kind of peace would be fake, and it wouldn't last forever, only as long as you were alive. Naruto would nod, before he feels his body beginning to get taken over by the rest of the sins, now transferring to him. He would tell Naruto that he has to slay him, take him with them. These curses, these curses were brought upon me for my failure for Yahiko. This is when Nagato would use the Rinna Rebirth technique, and as he's using it, Naruto would then fulfill his final wish, as the sins before they could escape would be slain by Naruto. Naruto pulls his scythe out and runs his fingers across it, pushing divine chakra into it, just like Blaze had instructed him to. Chakra of the Divine Tree, hear me as I push you into my scythe. Use it to defeat my enemy and slay them for all eternity. Summoning Jutsu, reverse style, Tartarus Seal. Naruto would use the Tartarus Seal as he slices through Nagato's body, instantly cutting him in half as his body begins to seemingly disappear into the darkness. Before Naruto turns away, however, he would notice a strange aura, similar to a Kamui, you could say, around the Tartarus Seal before it fully disappears. Naruto would be somber as he walks back to the Leaf Village. As he gets back, with everyone beginning to awaken as their souls have been sent back to them, Naruto would be praised as a hero and cheered for. Naruto never felt like this in his entire life. Finally, all the power that he had been given, or that he had worked on trying to perfect ever since he was younger, has finally been used for something useful, and now the people weren't afraid of him anymore. His dream had really become a reality. Naruto was so happy, he cried. Naruto was now treated as the Leaf Hero, but this won't last, as Naruto would have many other fates to work on, now knowing that something had happened to Sasuke, and that the power that Sasuke had used had somehow either killed him or done something worse. Naruto would go on to help with the village relief efforts using his strength, as well as Captain Yamato's efforts to try and rebuild. This is when suddenly some seemingly odd ninja from the Hidden Cloud, I believe, would begin to come as they decide they need to get information on what could have happened to their master and why he would have been taken by the Akatsuki member Sasuke Uchiha. If you guys want to see the next part for What If Naruto's a Demigod, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below what you thought, and subscribe to the channel for more. I'll see all of you people later. Bye.